Well, got here a very funny looking little thing. It screams 70s at you, obviously. It's a cassette deck and just looks like one of the early hi-fi cassette decks from the 70s. It's not exactly what it seems to be though, because this one, looking for all the worlds it does, like a hi-fi separate, complete with VU meters, has a built-in amplifier, sufficiently powerful to run a couple of little speakers like that. There's a switch there for either tape or auxiliary in, and on the back of this there are indeed four RCA sockets, as you might expect, but two do the speakers and two are for that auxiliary thing. The VU meters are a nice touch, and what I've done with this example is to light them up. They didn't light up as the set came. Sockets there for microphones. I believe the level is probably automatic, more than likely AC bias, mind you, but it doesn't sound too good. The circuit inside had been cracked, so that was one thing to fix. A couple of traces split right through, and of course that's improved the sound no end, but using it with these little modified Martic speakers, which I've done specifically for low powered appliances which haven't got that much of bass in them, it doesn't sound too bad at all as it goes, I find. There's no Dolby noise reduction or anything like that. The mechanism in it is surprisingly high quality, and you can even listen via headphones here. Who International were? Well, who can say? I remember it dimly. Woolies selling them, that sort of place, but presumably they've just disappeared off the face of the earth now, or being absorbed into the dreaded crapophone stable. And quite a nice solid bassy sound. I have put a new playhead in this one because the old one was actually electrically defective as well as just worn out, so that had to come out. And the mechanism I recognise from some kinds of Cassette built in the 70s as well, especially the silver one that Ferguson made, which was also available as one called Rising, exactly the same machine, just a different name. And for all I know, there may be, I don't know, a binatone version of this kicking around somewhere in someone's attic or garage. And it's running on all the original belts, believe it or not. Didn't have to change any of those. Nothing had gone to goo. I just needed a bit of a clean up and an oil up, and away we went. One slightly peculiar thing is that you may have noticed there's no power off button as such. It's rather like an old radiogram was. You turn it down and click, it turns off. And there you are. Not a bad sound. Definitely a cheapie from the time, I suppose. But even so, I'd be surprised if it cost much less than about $59.99 in Woolies all those years ago. Anyway, see you soon.